Forever Living produces 4 different drinks. The standard Aloe Vera Gel, which of course is our flagship product, Forever Freedom, Berry Nectar and Bits and Peaches. Now, all the 4 drinks contain aloe vera gel, but some of them have added substances to give extra benefit.
There are many benefits to the aloe vera drinks. They help us with our digestion, they help us with absorption of nutrients from the food that we are eating. They contain B12. Many of us are deficient in B12. And they really do help everybody from elderly people to young children who may be just lacking in those basic vitamins and minerals.
From my own research and experience, I think people should take on a daily basis about 100 mils. But you've got to remember that children need less and so do the elderly. It's best taken just once a day in the morning, first thing, when your stomach is empty. So you would take it even before your morning cup of tea or coffee.
Everybody should take the drinks. Due to environmental issues, lack of nutrients in our food today and fast pace of life, it's very difficult for us to get just the basic amount of nutrients that we all need to have.
I've been using the drinking gel for 5 years now, and I have to say it gives me absolutely loads of energy. It's great for the immune system. If you ever feel like you're coming down with something, you're literally just down for a day and then you're back to normal the next day. I'm a busy mum, I work long hours, and for me it just puts a bit of a spring in my step. It's fantastic.
I started drinking it and I noticed within a couple of months that it improved my skin significantly. And after about 8 months, a skin condition that I'd had for 25 years more or less cleared up. So I thought, oh, that's good. So I stopped drinking it. Within 4 to 6 weeks, the skin condition that I've described reappeared. And I realised that in order to manage this skin condition, I needed to make the aloe vera drinking gel part of my daily routine.
Yeah, I started taking the drinking gel about 8.5 years ago, because I had a very, very stressful job. And I actually didn't realise that the stress of my job led to my immune system being compromised. It was when I actually went to my hairdresser and my normal weekly appointment, and she said, Pam, do you realise that you've got 4 or 5 bald patches on the back of your head? And I was absolutely devastated. And then I came across the drinking gel, which I started taking, as I said, 8.5 years ago. Well, after a short space of time, then I started to see little hairs sprouting on all these bald patches, and I just cannot begin to tell you what that felt like. To think that my hair was starting to grow back, and in fact, all of it grew back, and the increase in my confidence was just absolutely fantastic. It was life-changing.
Challenge 66 was a massive challenge for me. I mean, even to contemplate running 66 ultramarathons in 66 days in 66 cities is a big enough task on its own. The one thing I did know is that I was going to be exposed to all sorts of environments. I spoke to a dietitian at Loughborough University who said, we're not what we eat, we're actually what we absorb. So for me it was critical that I took in the right kind of nutrients to help me succeed, and that's where the Forever Living products came in. I was looking for the fast recovery because that's what I needed every day. And I got a great amount of confidence from the gel because I was experiencing that recovery pretty quickly.
I started drinking the gel because my skin was really bad. It was dry, itchy, very sore. It would crack and bleed. And it was very embarrassing and very restricting in things that I love to do. I felt very limited in my life and what I was able to do and felt comfortable doing. I started drinking the gel because I was recommended it by somebody that I'd met, saying that it's very good for the skin and anything from the inside out is the best way to try and fix a problem with dry, flaky, itchy skin. So I drank the gel for 3 months and started to notice a difference probably after 8 to 9 weeks. And then it carried on dramatically after that. When I see people either that I see every day or haven't seen for a long time, They say that my skin looks amazing, I have a glow about me, I'm so much more confident than I was, and obviously the clothes that I wear, people think that I'm a completely different person, and they love seeing the new me.
I first started taking the aloe vera gel about 6 years ago. I woke up one morning with pains in my chest, pains going down my arm, and initially thought I was having a heart attack. I eventually ended up in hospital where they discovered that I had acute acid reflux. It was suggested at the time that I should take aloe vera gel to help with my symptoms. And after about 2 weeks of taking the gel, I noticed that the symptoms had started to subside. And 6 years down the line, I'm still symptom-free. I used to love to eat spicy foods, and that was something that I had to really watch before I drank aloe vera gel. But now I don't have to be so careful, but if I find that if I do overindulge too much, then I just go and have a drink of aloe and it calms everything down again. On the rare occasion when I do go without my aloe, I really do notice the difference.
Freedom was a drink that was formulated specifically to help people maintain healthy joints. So they added certain substances to the basic aloe vera gel. They added glucosamine and chondroitin that work together synergistically to promote the production of cartilage, because they're both natural substances, and basically the body at about 40 years of age starts to lose its ability to produce enough cartilage. So we're trying to help the body maintain this cartilage production. It also contains MSM, which is a well-known anti-inflammatory, and vitamin C. The extra vitamin C is really only there to help the MSM.
I had a really bad accident in the 80s and I crushed the bottom 4 vertebrae in my back. After the accident, being in the construction industry, it just totally messed my life around. Absolutely, the pain was incredible. Spent a lot of time laid on the floor and obviously unable to do the job which I had a passion for at the time. My wife introduced me to Freedom. I was given it to drink. Didn't like the taste at first, but got used to it after a while. And remarkably, after 3 months, had some incredible results with it. It's given me my mobility back. So I've actually been able to move around a bit more. I've gone back to my sport, and I've actually been able to put my weight back into balance, which I've been looking to do for years.
I started taking the Freedom 9 years ago when I first became involved with the company. And I was taking it because I had put my joints through a lot of abuse. I had a lot of wear and tear, particularly with the hip joints from riding horses, falling off horses, and manual farming. Taking the Freedom has kept my joints mobile. And even when it was very difficult to open the joint, well, because of the lack of any cartilage, I could keep that mobility.
About 5 years ago, I started using the Freedom. I love walking in the mountains, and I was finding that I was struggling to go as far as I'd done previously or go as high as I'd done previously, and it was just limiting my enjoyment. Very quickly, I found that I was able to walk further, I was able to stay out longer, I was enjoying things more, my mobility improved, not only walking in the mountains, but I was able to go to the gym as well, and I actually started running, which is something that I hadn't done for 20 odd years because of the difficulties of the problems in my knees.
I had very painful knees, which made horrible, graty, grindy noises, and I had tried other traditional medicines which didn't work, and I didn't believe it would work, but because of the 60-day money-back guarantee, I thought I'd give it a try, get my money back, prove it didn't work, and move on. 9 years later, I'm very happy because I have pain-free knees.
Well, I think everybody should be drinking the Freedom because everybody starts to get aches and pains as they get older. People stiffen up, and it's just a natural process. And I've found that I am so much less stiff, so much more mobile since I've been drinking the Freedom than I was for decades before.
I started taking the Freedom just over 2.5 years ago, and it has made a huge difference to my knee joint. Before I was taking the Freedom, I had a very, very stiff knee and my mobility was reduced. It was restricting the activities that I could take part in day by day. Since taking the Freedom, I've found that the movement in my knee joint has increased much, much more, and it's enabling me to do the things that I couldn't do before.
berry nectar contains, obviously the principal ingredient in the berry nectar is always the aloe vera, but they have added cranberry and apple to this drink, which gives it a higher vitamin C level. So it's very, very good at helping people with skin problems, for example. Children love it because obviously it tastes really nice. It's got a lovely blackcurrant sort of flavour to it. And a lot of people don't always like the taste of some of the drinks, so I find that it's one of those drinks that's just very sort of palatable because it has a little bit of extra sweetness to it.
Some of the benefits of drinking berry nectar is the addition of the cranberries and the apples alongside the aloe vera. And the great thing about cranberries, it's been renowned for a long time for lots of different things. Very, very beneficial for the urinary tract, keep healthy kidneys as well. Then as far as the skin goes, because of the cranberries are very, very good for your digestive system, it's very good for giving you a healthy glow because a digestive system, healthy digestive system is going to eliminate the build-up of toxins within the body.
Before I started using any forever products, I was suffering from dry skin, sensitive skin. I've got lupus as well and cellulitis and thrombosis sufferer. Basically, I've been taking the product for 6 months, and in that 6 months, it's changed my life dramatically because my skin looks better, my energy levels, I don't have to have a nap in the day anymore. I can do what I want with my daughter, which is massive. Using the berry nectar, especially in the morning, I feel energy throughout the day, and my skin as well, it looks glowing, it looks healthier, it doesn't look dry, it doesn't look dull, it's just bright. So I'm glad that I've got something in my life that can maintain my health and make me feel better.
The first benefit I noticed was with my breathing difficulties, because I've got prescribed medication, I have to use inhalers, and those inhalers include steroids, and I really wanted to, I don't like putting steroids into my body, and I wanted to try something different. So I started with the berry nectar, and within a few weeks I noticed that I was using that inhaler much less. I noticed a lot of other benefits after taking the berry nectar. In addition to helping strengthen my immune system and helping with my breathing, I also noticed a lot of benefit in terms of my digestive system. That improved greatly, and also my joint mobility has improved a lot, and I can move around a lot more easily now.
I heard that the berry nectar was fantastic for dry skin conditions. I suffer from itchy skin, dry skin, and after a few weeks of using it, it was fantastic. My skin stopped itching, it stopped scaling, it's very supple now, and I love the taste of berry nectar.
About 10 years ago, I started drinking the aloe berry nectar, and I took it because I had suffered from a very serious debilitating condition that left me really, really tired. I'd consequently wake up in the morning exhausted, and I found that once I'd started taking the drinking gel that it helped those symptoms. I've noticed that my skin's improved, you know, my hair grows massively, and I just really feel well. I'm less stressed, I'm less tired, and I can get through the day, and at the end of the day still feel, you know, absolutely buzzing.
I started taking the berry nectar to ease my symptoms of stomach cramps, bloatedness and sickness. In the morning, after drinking the berry nectar, I find that my stomach is more calmer than it was previously. The other benefits that I have experienced, I have a lot more energy, my skin is better, and I find that I'm more mobile than I have been previously.
I'm a merchandiser for a ceramic pot company dealing with garden centres. So because of my job, I was around a lot of plants all the time, and I suffer really badly with the high pollen count. So I found that drinking the berry nectar actually really helped me with the symptoms that I actually got.
I'd recommend the drinking gel for absolutely everybody. It's an amazing nutritional drink to take every single day because I think everybody needs to feel well. And I think most people today are feeling generally run down and tired, and certainly for me, it's helped in those areas.
Well, I started taking the aloe vera nectar, as you do, you know, to have just stronger hair and nails and to feel better and with more energy. And after 3 weeks, I felt a complete difference. What I didn't know is that it was going to help me with my stomach. When I went on holidays, I realized that I had forgotten my tablets, but the discomfort didn't appear and I felt perfectly fine. My husband mentioned that maybe it had been the aloe berry nectar I had been drinking. I have been taking the aloe berry nectar now for 2 years and I feel great.